Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be reviewing all the new content that was released / teased on the most recent Gung Ho North America Twitch stream. So, as of late, the Gung Ho North American Twitch streams have been quite exciting because not only have they been giving quite tasty rewards, but they're actually releasing exciting content that is sometimes quite meaningful, because last time we got 100 magic stones and this time we got another 100. So I'm just going to be reviewing all the things and points really quickly. I'm utilizing my Discord server's news channel, and it does give credit to whoever posted originally because I'm utilizing MirrorBot in order to kind of repost news from other servers. So again, you can basically find these sources for the various Discord servers by looking here. So in essence, the Full Metal Alchemist collab is returning. It's going to be featuring the exact same roster, but all the cards can be limit broken as well as receiving Super Awakenings. I have just completed my Full Metal Alchemist review article. I'll be making the video after this shortly. But in essence, Edward is stronger than ever. He's an incredible leader. He's got the ability to gain 777 combo through Super Awakenings, so he's going to be an incredibly hard-hitting card. Whereas King Bradley is actually quite amazing as well, because he's now a Raytheon equivalent for a weapon assist, but he gives time extend, which is very sexy for Dark Banatron teams, as well as being on color for stat transfers. So, like I said before, it's a 10% chance for 6-star cards and 90% for 5 stars. But all the 6 stars are valuable. So again, the decision whether or not to be roll will be discussed more heavily in the subsequent article, and you can see all the images for the monster exchange here. But basically, the only one you should be really ever considering is Edward, because Edward is just a top tier leader and it's going to possibly advance your game the most. Next, I talk about this all in my article. There's no point in me hashing it over again. So for the Twitch stream itself, we will all be receiving these wonderful rewards at a later date. We'll be having 4 Rainbow Peas, 4 Jewels of Creations, 4 King Tamadras, and 40,000 monster points. Woohoo! We didn't have to do anything. We just watch. We didn't even have to watch. We collect the rewards. Wonderful. Next is the 6th year anniversary quest dungeons. So we've probably seen this already if you're actually playing pad, which you probably are if you're watching this video. But in essence, this 6th year anniversary quest dungeon is part 1. And part 1 and part 2 each feature 25 different dungeons, but each clear of a dungeon will yield you 1 magic stone in your quest tab. So you clear level 1, go to your quest tab, collect your magic stone. Amazing. You will have been able to gain 50 magic stones, as well as 2 rainbow event medals should you clear all 50 of those. So remember, part 1 is now, part 2 will be at the start of December 12th on Wednesday. So there's going to be quite a long period of time. Basically, you have a month to clear each of these, and they're going to be released in somewhat of a staggered fashion. So amazing chance to get magic stones. Wonderful. The first 25 thus far have been incredibly easy. Most players should be able to clear them all, and it's just another great way to acquire magic stones. Next is the Puzzle and Dragons appreciation bonuses. So we are getting 100 more magic stones. So we got 100 last month, we got 100 this month, and potentially 50 from the event quest dungeon. Amazing, incredible. Next is the pad appreciation experience of a lifetime. It's experience of a lifetime on steroids. It's basically it's 10 experiences of a lifetime in one. So if you use double saline, that should be 5.4 million rank experience if my math is not mistaken. But basically it's 2 million base experience multiplying with salines and ganeshas. Amazing. You can gain so many different rank ups, chain yourself into a new level. Amazing. Next are the player bonus resets. So as per the next maintenance, we don't know the exact date. It's coming soon, to be determined. We don't know. I don't know. But after the next maintenance, all the present eggs, best friends, rank 150, 250, 500, as well as the one-time bargain set will all be reset. So that means if you haven't used or claimed those yet, you should do so as soon as possible. Because let's say you are able to still give a present out to someone and the reset and maintenance occurs, you will have lost the chance to give that present out because it's going to be reset. You have a new one. You don't lose the previous one. The same thing applies for best friends. If you have a best friend token to give someone, you should do so now, because when the reset happens, you'll have another token and they don't stack up. You will still have one to give out, so you want to use them right away. And if you're close to either rank 150, 250, or 500, use that pad experience of a lifetime to hit those milestones to get an extra roll. It is quite a significant boost because rank 500 gives you the chance at getting a gemstone princess, which is pretty magical. Next is Ultimate Evolutions for Baldin, Sherias Roots, and Gremory. So Gremory is just not in a good place. She's pretty, but she's not really feasible. But on the other hand, Baldin becomes quite interesting. He gains double VDP with God and Dragon Killing. So against those particular spawns, when you need penetration, Baldin is going to be incredibly hard-hitting and wonderfully powerful. And his active skill has changed. It changes light jammer to fire orbs, and then wood and poisons into dark. And then 1 turn, 3 times attack for dragons, machine types. So you are able to augment his own damage output. He's not reliant on 7 combos, so that can be beneficial for certain team compositions where you're just blobbing stuff anyways. So something to keep in mind. But I guess perhaps the main focus will be on the Mega Awoken Sherias Roots, because Mega Awoken Sherias Roots is an incredible god-killing machine. It has 3 God Killer Awakenings, so 27 times personal damage. He makes number 6 look sad because he has much better stats, if I'm not mistaken, as well as follow-up attack and bind immune, things that number 6 does not have. So Sherias Roots is, wow, amazing. Ragnarok Dragon technically has the same God-killing potential with Super Awakening and Latents, but he doesn't have follow-up attack if he fills different roles. But Mega Awoken Sherias Roots is actually an incredibly powerful leader. But before I go to the leader skill, I want to talk about his active. So his active seems counterintuitive because he creates a rainbow board including hard orbs, and then he locks all orbs afterwards. That sounds weird. You're like, okay, I'm going to change my board, then lock it. Now that is important because if you're facing anything with spinners, you are going to be able to lock your board and never have to deal with those spinners for that turn at least. So it can be incredibly powerful, especially if you're playing rainbow-based teams, because you can't technically use Sherias Roots as active and then orb change after because the orbs are locked. It just doesn't work that way. So it is pretty interesting overall. Another thing to keep in mind is that technically locked orbs that were locked beforehand will obviously stay locked but not get orb changed by Sherias Roots. But it's just something to keep in mind. A great active for those encounters where you have spinners. But his leader skill is where he truly shines. You have 2 times attack when above 50%, and then 2 times attack for dragon types, so that's at 4 times now, and then 4 times again when you're matching 4 or more colors. So you're basically a rainbow leader, essentially. You match 4 out of the 5 colors, you have 16 times damage. That is 240-ish times multiplier. Very high, essentially. So that is wonderful and great. One of the most powerful rainbow leaders possible. But the fact that he provides 2 times health for dragons, which means 4 times health with dual leaders, is incredible. We have all seen the power of Dark Metatron and Beach Barber and Julie with their 4 times health. They can tank every hit in the game. Sherias Roots can do so as well, but they can abuse the Kuriori system, which is basically healing 40% of your maximum health every single turn. And that can be used on mines. So what you do is you stick a farmable mine on your team, inherit Courier over top, do that twice. You have huge amounts of team health. In solo mode, I wouldn't be surprised if you're hitting like 300,000 health almost, or 250, 280,000 health, something stupidly high. And they're auto-healing for like 120 to 150,000 health at the same time. So incredibly bonkers at that point. Like, you're just not going to die. Like, as long as your mines are available, they don't get delayed to oblivion, it's going to be very hard to actually kill you. So it is an exciting leader. I wish I had his Sherias Roots. He does come with his own follow-up attack, so it does help alleviate team building restraints. And the God Killers are magical in Altarena. Gramarye's pretty and we don't really care. Way too many L's and the big finger, because that's how Gung-Ho feels about Gramarye. Next is the Courage Tournament, which is coming out on Monday, something I need to look into soon. But it's going to be having style points, or the matching bonuses, being more prevalent because it is not a fixed team. So when you form these various patterns, you're going to be gaining various amounts of points. So with 400 points for Guard Break, in theory hitting all 5 colors is going to be 400 free points. That's basically like almost a second shaved off of your total score. Something to keep in mind. If these are feasible and easy to do, maybe pursue those if necessary. Again, I'm going to look more into that eventually. There will also be, like every month, regular monthly quest dungeons. You get Sonya L as a reward, which was a ranking dungeon reward from the past, so something interesting there. And then the next is this seasonal Godfest. So this is very similar to a Super Godfest in the sense that they have it lasting for basically a week time frame, split into 2 parts if I'm not mistaken, and basically it's going to be featuring a roster of various Godfest exclusives, all the 7 stars, and then varying seasonal cards at the same time. These are the partial monster lineups, so Gung-Ho is being sneaky. They're showing you all the sexier options, but in reality there's probably going to be mostly Pantheon cards, and we don't know what the exact rolling rates are going to be. Maybe more things will be added in over time when it does occur on Monday, but hey, we will wait and see. But if the rolling rates are not truly spectacular, I probably would not be rolling. I plan to do a follow-up article write-up on this as well coming soon. But as a whole, just looking at this really quickly, I feel like this event has less value overall just because the seasonal cards feature are not as amazing as the previous Voice God Fest, just because only really Beach Barber and Julie is truly magical in the sense that it is a really large, standout, and powerful collab / seasonal card. So those are all the great and exciting things coming to North America basically from the Twitch stream that's announced. There will be subsequent articles and videos for each thing, but it's good to have kind of a recap for those who are not on their Facebook page all the time. So hopefully you all have a fantastic day. I wish you all the best of luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.